Hi, my name is Ramakela, and my self-improvement project is based around improving my mental health by having better sleep habits. My procrastination, stress, and phone usage are pushing my bedtime well into the early morning. This habit made me really drowsy in the mornings and prevented me from paying attention to activities until evening because of how foggy my mind was. As a result, I wanted to get my sleep schedule back on track in order to tackle some of these problems that I'm facing. Minutes before bedtime, I take my phone, charger, and my laptop away from the bed. I take them across the room and I leave my computer on the desk and plug in my laptop and phone chargers, and then plug in my phone across the room. Lower the lighting in my room by taking out two of the light bulbs, and end up reading art history books for the next 30 minutes until I fall asleep at 11 p.m. Next morning, I usually wake up at 7 a.m. to get my full 8 hours of sleep. I wake up to an alarm, and then I fill out a journal entry which documents how many sleep hours I got last night, the number of times I woke up, and what I want to finish by 12 p.m. today so that I have a productive timeline for the day. I also document how I feel right after I wake up, and this is usually documented in terms of how much energy I have and how much willpower I have to finish the task that I set out to do. I repeated this procedure 4 times over the week and compared to my journal entry before I engaged in these changes. After the first day's reflection, I implemented all of the recommendations at once. Changes that I made during the course of the project included removing the two light bulbs from my room to simulate a low light environment in the evenings, and changing the time I exercise from before I sleep to after I wake up. As such, I changed my journal entries to after my workouts in order to increase the amount of energy that I have and understand the full extent of my changes on day 2. These changes were made after following a recommendation from my resources. I generally found that after making more changes, sticking to my goal became easier. I was able to fall asleep on time and only woke up around once in the middle of the night, that too for very brief periods of time. For more information, go to Harvard Health, Mayo Clinic, and National Institute of Health in Aging Populations in order to develop a more healthy sleep routine. My goal at the beginning of the project was to increase the quality of my sleep by sleeping for a full 8 hours every day and sleeping at a reasonable time. By following the regimen, I learned that I was really robbing myself of productivity. I stressed over procrastinated items in my sleep and woke up in the middle of the night just to browse social media until I couldn't stay awake any longer. This resulted in extremely groggy mornings, and I did not finish any tasks that I set out in my journal entry to by 12 p.m. like I planned. After implementing my plan, I procrastinated less and had more energy in the mornings to complete my work. I ate breakfast on most days, and I really want to increase this behavior from 4 to 7 days.